Hello again, folks. I wanted to look at this so-called injured Dogman video and add my 13 cents. Look at that. What is that? Look, man, look. He's getting up. Look, come here, come here. It's an injured animal. So number one is the audacity of the acting in this is suspect as hell. And this, I mean, like, it looked like Mr. Magoo got drunk. Die. Alright, enough playing around. So, here's where I'm at with it. I remember when this first came out, I barely watched it because, I did take a glance because they got the build right. They got the suit somewhat correct anatomically to what I've seen, not only in person, but in you guys' evidence that you used to send or have sent of what I know to be the real deal. Now, check this out. This is where I have a problem. I have a problem throughout this whole thing, but this is where, upon watching it again after so long, it just became kind of ridiculous. Boom. Look at that head. The lack of a snout. That's the face of a Sasquatch. I mean, if this is a homemade costume, it's pretty gnarly. So, we got the head of a Sasquatch. The neck does not turn throughout the entirety of this video, even though it has an elongated neck. See? I believe part of the mechanics. I think it's simple, old school mechanics somehow. And that's why it looks like he's walking around with a broken neck. See right there. He looks up. Maybe it's attached to the top of the person's head in the costume, or who knows, but that's definitely... Here's the obvious stuff, folks. Right here, in this area, that's where his foot is. He's holding something. Some sort of thing inside the suit for the stilts. And if you roll the actual footage back and forth, watch the step. See what I mean? See how unnatural of a gait that is? That's not something that's used to walking not only bipedally, but as a quadruped as well. Alright, there's another little part. All right, here where he's sick. Oh, my belly, I'm sick. Oh, see? It's got like a Squatch-like face almost. There's no depth to the eye. They got the glow right. When they shouldn't have ever zoomed in, because if they wanted it to be realistic, there's no depth. It's just a glowing eye. Even though their eyes are bioluminescent, and I do believe that, they do have depth, just like our eyes. There's an iris, cornea, so on and so forth. And as light hits it at certain angles, it appears a certain way. This is the same throughout. So there's a big fat goose egg on that part. Again, just the close-up, they would have really been better suited. Like not getting that close. Check it out. You can tell with the foot movement. See, he adjusts his foot right there inside the costume. There's another great shot of why it is a costume. Hind parts, the bend of the knee should be a little bit further down, and this part of the leg should be longer to support such a creature. So this should have been extended out to about here, which would bring his legs right here, which would mean he'd have a longer torso and broader shoulders, so his arms could. I'll show you a picture of a gorilla running, and on all fours, and I'll compare it to this, so you can actually see a comparison. I'll let it run through real quick. Oh, I shouldn't eat that cereal. Then he stands up and gives. This is kind of crazy, actually. Check it out. Alright, watch when he stands up. Boom. You can kind of see it even right here. This area is where he's holding some sort of something for the hand part. And when he stands up, you see how loose the arms are? Goodness. So anyways, You, it's like they go limp. Yeah. All right. Let's see this terrifying creature walk. Of course, again, never moves his head from left to right, even though he has an elongated neck. So, yeah. I, as the president of the BDRP, a member of the Dark Waters Entertainment Group, and a field investigator. Look at there. Look at there. I mean, that's just ridiculous. Like, the butt, the extremely short upper thigh, to have longer limbs. I'm no zoologist or biologist or anything like that, but and there you can actually almost see the outline of where the heel is coming down off the costume onto those stilts. Now this isn't a knock to anybody. This isn't a knock to anybody for trying. Like, this is terrible. Like, it's somebody who I guess knows a little bit, because they got the length and all that stuff right, and the anatomy, the hump in the back and all that kind of stuff. But if they're going to do that, they should have went as far as to see how to broaden the shoulders to make it look more natural. I give the costume an A- as a hoax. It's an F, because you shouldn't hoax people or put stuff out as being true, because these things are real. And yeah, it's a cool breakdown. All right. See y'all.